Thank you for the encouragement to start the Facebook page. And as you're aware, we've started earlier than I planned. Why? Because I've had inquiries from Canada, Czech, UK, America and around Australia that we need to start talking as soon as we can. So I know there's a number of people already on the Facebook page communicating, and I'd encourage you to get on and start a conversation. At present, it's about communications, and I appreciate that communications changes by the hour. For example, farmers markets in my part of the world. Some farmers markets are saying we're at an event and we must close. Others farmers markets saying we're in the food industry and we must open. At the same time, the government is saying to us as farmers we shouldn't be travelling. So it's very difficult to get our produce to farmers markets. So that's one of the issues going on in my part of the world that hasn't been resolved, but I guess will be in the next few days. The challenge to us, all of us, is communications. And I think there's three communication areas we've got to focus on. Communications with our team members. Every morning my team come up and want to know what's happening, what are we doing, what are we changing, etc. And those events are changing by the hour and every day. So I think it's important that we communicate with our team members and keep them in touch with what's happening. Then of course it's communications with our peer groups. And I know in the UK, in Farm Retail Association, some of those guys have formed little peer groups, farm retailers about the same size who are communicating through a chat room, no more than 7 or 8 of them. I think this is a great idea. I'd encourage garden centres who are watching to do the same. I'd encourage some of you that are in the same shire and are retailers to do the same. If we can set up and get these little communication groups going between like-minded thinkers, I'm sure it's going to help the situation and the conversation and how we move forward. And of course the other communications is with our customers. And we've got at present shops that have closed completely, and there are shops that in the food industry and the pet industry and farm supply industry who are still open. I think it's important that we communicate with them on a regular basis. And in my next video I'll put some ideas together on communicating with customers when we close the store. But if you've opened the store, you've still got to communicate to all aspects of your community. Now most of you know that over the years I've been anti-supermarket and very pro-independent retailers. But there are times when we can learn from the supermarkets. Our nearest supermarket is a Coles supermarket, and they put some strategies together that I think we can all share. 2 days a week they open for 1 hour purely for people in the health industry and the emergency industries. So you have to show your ID, and on those 2 days you can go shopping in the supermarket and they will just supply produce to you. And then on the other days they're opening their shop an hour early for pensioners, and again you have to show your ID. So this is a great opportunity to say to the community where food is often running out in the store, we've got these special hours for special people. And those of you from the farm shop, farm market industry may want to consider these things as something we can do with our customers, and some of you may already be doing it. The other thing that's come from the same supermarket is this social distancing, and how do we measure social distancing? And some of you have seen the news coming out of Australia that we're finding this difficult. Coles have said social distancing is the length of a shopping cart. Most people can relate to that, the length of a shopping cart. So they've started that thinking in people's minds that that is what social distancing means. So I hope this gives you a few tips and a few ideas. I'll put some thoughts on Facebook, and I'll talk again soon. Keep safe.